Hey y'all, welcome back to APinkeClothlife. I'm Tina, and this is where we keep budgeting real, raw, and relatable. In today's video, I'll be doing a budget workout and cash stuffing on a low income budget, and this is for my bi-weekly paycheck. So I'm going to show you exactly how I break it down between bills and my everyday cash envelope spending, or my cash envelope wallet. So if you want to see how you can make a little bit of money scratch, so this is where we are beginning our journey, y'all, this video is for you. All right, and for you guys that are part of the membership, check your emojis because you have some special newly updated emojis and they're super cute. Okay, I call myself painting my nails. We're gonna have like a little chit chat right now. I call myself painting my nails, but the thing about it is I can't sit still long enough for them to dry, so I end up hitting them on different things. So I'm gonna have to end up painting my nails over again, and it's just because I don't have enough time to go and get them done. I have a lot of stuff to do. So there we go, we're right there. All right, so let's start with the bill workout. So I always look at my fixed expenses first. So we do like rent, utilities, and then we move into the envelopes. So this paycheck, I made sure to pay all of the essentials first before touching any cash. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to count my cash. And before we hop in this video, guys, if you have not already subscribed, go ahead, click that subscribe button, and then also the notification bell, because that helps the channel and it keeps it going. And thank you guys so much for all of your support. All right, so we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so we have 20, we have our 10s, we are good. And I'm just gonna stick this back here like so. All right, so I have some of this pretty much written down, so hopefully we can get right to it. I'm gonna take this off, and then let's go here. Okay, so this here is my paycheck budget for this week. And we are going to start on this page here. So hopefully you guys can see it and it's a good close-up for you. All right, so I'm going to start with, and I'm going to show you guys, walk you through how I actually do it. I actually utilize, this is how I know how much my bills are going to be. I actually utilize my monthly bill tracker. So this one right here is a real-time ledger. So when this is actually paid, I check. When this comes out, I check. I haven't checked these two because they haven't came out. They are auto pay, but I do have them included in here. So you will see them in here. But like I said, this is like my check ledger. So when this comes out of the account and I can say, hey, I see it has came out, then that's when I will do, the date is paid 12th, and then I will do actual. So that's how I have that set up there. So this right here, we're going to actually do our income. So the income was, I had a budget for $1,400 and actual was $1,300. Next we have a buffer, and the buffer is only $25. So we're going to do $25. So now what we need to do is add our two totals up. And this is how I do my paycheck budget every single week. And I do use a zero-based budget. And it's pretty easy. So once you see me do it, you're going to be like, oh, that's it? Yeah, that's it. So we got $1,400. All right, so we got $1,400 plus 25. And we got $1,425. That was budgeted. And actual is $1,300. I probably can add this in my head, but we're just going to do it for the video, the calculator. Okay. Now, what we're going to do next is, and I can take this and move this over a little bit. So what we're going to do is, these are all the bills that are due. So we're going to actually do what we paid actually. Wells, I did $150. Summer camp, $150. WOTA bills, $63. Brinks, $40.35. And y'all, Brinks, remember I told you that big mess we had with Brinks? So they ended up giving me, they credit me for the amount of time that my account was messed up. So because I was about to bounce, And because it was crazy, but we're not, like I said, we're not going to get into that. So we got 25 for escrow and Target. So remember I told you guys that that was one of my goals that I wanted to do. Okay, here. Extra towards escrow, $25 monthly. So I'm going to go ahead and add that for the first paycheck because this is not too much of bill. So I'm going to stick it in here. And there's no overage or shortage for that. So the date paid for Wells was the 1st. And summer camp, we're going to do that the exact date. Woda bill 1st. Brinks is 12th because it's automatic. Netflix is Target. That's a new one. I think I had it my last one, but that is a new one. Blah. Okay, Target, that's the 1st. And then escrow, that is the 1st. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our balance that we have here. I'm going to turn my book a little bit sideways. So 1325, and we're going to subtract our $50. So that'll give us $1,275. Then we're going to subtract 150. So that's 1,125. And then we're going to subtract 63. And that's 1,062. And then we're going to subtract 4035. And that's 1,021.65. And then 1,549. And then that's 1,616 minus the 70. And that's 936.16. And then minus the 25. And I noticed that I do have, I had a habit of, so that's 911.16. All right, so then we're going to add up all of our expenses. So we have 150 plus 150 plus 63 plus 4035, 1549, 70, and then 25. All right, so we have a total of $513.84. And this one should be the same here. Okay, so that's how much all of our expenses are for this paycheck going for the 1st. So now that the bills are handled, let's get into the fun part. Okay, so before we get in the fun part, let's go ahead and we're going to subtract for our emergency fund. We did actual 100, and then we did savings 75, so that will be 175, and we're going to subtract that. I told y'all this was easy. 175, and we're going to subtract it, so that'll give us 338.84, and then we're going to subtract the 50 for the extra for debt. So that's 50, and then we're going to subtract $50. So that'll give us 288.84. Okay, so that's how much we have left there. This is the fun part. Okay, this is cash stuffing, and these are my everyday spending categories that help me stay on track with overspending. So we're going to flip over, and we're actually going to move to my cash envelopes. All right, so for my cash envelopes, yes, we're just going to stick that right there. And I don't have anything for sinking funds. And I don't have anything for the savings challenge, and I'll explain that to you next. Okay, so in my last video, I kind of prepped these and prepared these for being cash stuff. So I'm going to move this to the side, and we're actually going to do cash envelope stuffing for my wallet. So these are my categories. First one that we have is eat out. So I am trying to cut down on fast food. So by giving myself less money here, I am encouraging myself to eat more at home. So it's better for my health and, y'all, better for my freaking wallet. So we're going to actually do $10 for eating out, and we will see how that works. We'll see. I'm going to flip this here and do that. Okay, so that is for that one. Next, we have personal. So personal, I'm going to do $15. So I'm just going to give myself a little something. So maybe y'all see my nails. I'm going to do some little bit of some nice little nail polish, some little pink. So we're going, ooh, glow. So we got $15 that I'm going to be putting in there. And I don't need a lot because actually I have a lot of stuff that I need to take care of, like pay down and stuff like that. So the personal stuff that I don't actually need, I can kind of cut. That's one thing I can cut back on also. So if you do have a lot of like bills or a lot of debt or a lot of things that you want to actually pay off or save up for, cutting back on your cash envelope spending. If you don't actually need a lot of money in there, if you don't need $100, cut it back to 20. If you don't need, 50, cut it back to 10. All right, okay, so I am actually going to be using a tracker for this. So this is gas. So we're going to do add cash. And today is 7:05. And we're going to add $25. And this right here is going to be cashless. So it's going to be digital. All right, so the balance will be $25. So I am not adding cash into my cash envelope wallet for this. Okay, so this will not be added to the balance. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side. So I can either leave this in my car also, and then just when I go get gas, because my car is what I fill the gas up with. So I can just leave that in there, and then I can just pretty much just subtract what I need. So this envelope is cashless and it will not be stuffed, okay? I don't know which way I want to put it. All right, so next thing is for groceries, same thing. So remember I told you that we had a lot of other different things in the cabinets and the fridge and freezer, and so I wanted to add to what we had because we have a lot of stuff we just need to add, like maybe like noodles, or we just need to add a couple things of sauce. So we're going to do 75. I'm about to write 25. We're going to do $75 for that, and that will give us $75. Okay, so I do a lot of pickup orders, so it's easier and safer to leave this money in my checking account. So no physical cash here, so just a note in my sinking funds tracker. I mean, it's cash spending, but I still do sinking funds tracker, but so that way I can, and then I can also leave this in my car also, because I use my car to go get pickup orders, and then these two can be left in my glove box, and that way I'll always have them in there, and I'll probably put them in like in a little envelope or something like that to keep in there. All right, so next we have household. So household, this goes towards like paper towels, soap, and small things that we need around the house. So I always go to Sam's. So I am going to be adding $20 to this one here. And I just recently went and got a bunch of paper towels and got a bunch of toilet paper, so that should last us for a little bit. So when that runs out, we should be able to have enough money in there to get, because it's like 20 bucks for the paper towels, 20 for the toilet paper, and sometimes we get like Ziploc bags, but we have a lot of those, and sometimes like laundry detergent and stuff. But I did just score, I sure did, from CVS. I got 2 of the 84 ounces of Tide. They're pretty nice size bottles, and then I got the 42 count of pods for $5. So all together with my coupons and like $4 off your purchase, I ended up getting it for $11 and some change. So I was excited. All right, so Aiden will be getting 30. So my son always has something that comes up, so I always make sure that it is covered. So what I mean by that is I do put money in here for him, and then if the money that's not used, it rolls over to his sinking funds binder, and I just redid it today. So I'm gonna put this here. And this is what I'm going to show you guys real quick. So this is his binder. So I ended up making a sinking funds tracker sheet. So this is like school. So this is my goal. So with his savings, once he hits 500, this goes into his little squirrel account. And then like haircut, 100. So once all of these things actually hit the amount, I can actually just take it all, put it in his little savings account. He gets a pretty good interest rate for his savings account. And then I have also the little dots. So when I do my cash envelope stuffing, I know that I want to stuff this time. I just check the box. I want to stuff that, and I want to stuff this, and I want to stuff that. So this is like how much it is, and then that's like if I want to stuff all of it, that's how much I need to pull out of the bank. So that's his, and then these are just his little envelopes, and I do have trackers on the back of here, so I can keep a better track and do a better system for that. So that is his little binder. Next we have Chris. So this is for my salads, and I do have a one of the punch cards, because after you get a certain amount of salads, I can't remember, you get $5 off your salad. So yeah, this is for my salad fix. It's healthier, it keeps me feeling good, and it is in my budget. And I use this only to reward myself. And now I probably have to like stuff it a little bit more because Aiden loves salads and he loves crisp. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that'll get 15. All right, so next we have Joe Beans. Now, my little coffee treat, this is when I need a little pick-me-upper, but I have been doing really good making my coffee at home. But sometimes you might say, hey, I want to try a, you know, sugar-free mocha or something like that. That's my account I get. But you might want to try something different, or maybe experiment with something, or jumpstart. My coworker gets that all the time. But so I just put something in here. So that right there, I will be getting $10. And how much did I put? Wait a minute. I need to check to make sure I put the right amount in Aiden's. If I put the wrong amount, y'all probably in there screaming at me. So yeah, Joe Beans will get 10. And what did I put? I sure didn't put Aiden's in there. So we got 10, 20, 25, 30, 10, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so this is $30 for Aiden. So I want to do a little bit more so that he can, and how much? Oh no, Aiden has 30, does he? Yeah, Aiden has 30. Wait a minute. All right, let me make sure. Okay, groceries, we don't have anything in that. Eat out was, yeah, eat out, I did 10. All right, personal, I did 15. I mean, I just want to make sure that these are correct. Household, I did 20. 30. Yep, that's right. And then crisp. Oh, crisp. No. Crisp, I have 25. I'm tripping. 10. 15. Okay. Just want to make sure I got this right. All right, and then Joe Beans is 10. Okay. And then I did my personal. Okay. Y'all, I just want to make sure I kept this straight. Okay, so we got $20 left. And I am going to... Let me make sure I did this correctly. Yeah. So I am actually going to, because I have $20 left, so I am actually going to add 15. We're going to do... Let's do 15 to personal. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to stick that in there. And then my ones. I said I wasn't going to put this in any savings challenge, but I guess I might have told some fibs here. Oh, here's my extra cash. All right, so these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5, I'm gonna put my ones in here. Yeah, that's. I think that's a smart idea. I'll put my ones in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll put our 5 ones in there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, perfect. All right, so that's that. Okay, so let's bring our book back over. So like I said, I won't be doing any savings challenges this round, and that's okay. So if the money is not there, do not force it at all, especially if you're on a low income. So you pretty much need to focus on what's necessary first. So savings can wait until the essentials are pretty much covered. So you want to make sure that you're not just doing it to do a feel good, and then you have to go back and dig back into your savings because you didn't have enough to save in the first place. Okay, so we're going to finish up this. So how I do this. So this will be... Okay, so I am not going to go and do this video over. So like I said, it only takes one mess up and you're all screwed up. So I was $100 off. So yeah, this is the real life budgeting of what happens. So as you can see, I've already changed the figures, did that. So I ended up coming up with 386.16, So we take the 1325, that's all of my income, and then the 938 is all of the expenses that we saw at the beginning. So we have minus 938.84. So here we go. So we have 386.16. So 386.16 is going to be what is in our buffer, which is left in our checking account. So we have gave that amount of money a job. Just some budgeting tips for paycheck planning. So you want to start with your bills always. You want to use cash for flexible spending categories like I did with my wallet. You can leave digital funds in checking account for like gas, groceries, because I always go to the pump or I do pickup orders. So it makes sense for me to do that instead of putting the money back in there, taking it back out, putting it back in there. So give yourself permission to skip savings when needed. And then also you track every dollar. So you give your money a job, just like we have the 386 here that's left. That job is to protect, to make sure if anything comes in, we don't get any overdrafts or we need something extra, we have the money to get. Now, so if you found this helpful, guys, okay? All right, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more low income budgeting tips, and hit that bell so you never miss a cash stuffing video. So drop a comment below and let me know how much you're budgeting for groceries this week. I want to know how much is your groceries, because mine's is $75 and I know people are going to be like, girl, how you live off $75? But I told you how I did it. Okay. Or if you are skipping savings this go around, let me know. Let me know.